how Fabfitfun acquired 1,000 customers at launch and how you can too. I know it's a subscription box, but a lot of their strategies can be implemented in all types of e-commerce business. So let's dive into Fabfitfun.
Let's
Boom.
go.
What's up, everyone? Sean Azari here. I'm with Matt Skopak.
What's up, everyone?
Welcome to Deep Dive into Businesses, episode 9, where we take businesses and really dive into their marketing and business strategies such that you can implement them into your e-com business as well. And today we're going to talk about Fabfitfun. They started, I believe, in 2010 as an online media company, and then they pivoted into a subscription box. And the subscription box is a lifestyle. They're basically a bunch of different brands in the box, right?
A bunch of different brands, but most of the products just lifestyle products for women. So,
Lifestyle, and I believe there's 3 founders.
yes, 3 founders, 2 men and 1 sister.
I think one of them come in a marketing background. I believe another one in finance. I could be wrong about this, but it's a very interesting brand because they took almost like a dying industry and they vitalized it.
They brought it back to life.
So we're gonna really dive into these marketing strategies and so you can implement them too. So why don't you take up number 1?
Perfect, let's go. Number 1, offer products that align with your target customer or demographic. And Fabfitfun does a great job of this, like Sean talked about. They put products, either lifestyle, it could be health, fitness, it could be makeup, any of those products, and they put them in their box because they know that their customers or their members are women that live that certain lifestyle of want to have the healthy skin or a healthy diet or fitness or just anything in the area. So what that means is for your business is make sure that when you create a brand and you pick products that you're going to sell or give to your customers, make sure that those products represent who you're trying to get them to.
So, I mean, it sounds like it's common sense, but it's not. I've seen so many businesses, they go everywhere. They try to, they sell shoes, then they sell like another type of product that doesn't align. They need to identify the buyer's persona. We always talk about this, right?
So, let's say Sugar and Kush, the CBD company I'm a partner in, we know that our most general customer are women between the ages of maybe 18 to 45, millennials. So our brand is very pink. We're very millennial based. So that is one thing. We don't try to target with our marketing for the most part any men because that's not who our customer is. So understand who your customer is. I use it too, but you know who we're trying to target
of course.
and that's the most important thing.
It comes with a pink bottle, and so it's a woman demographic. So it's very important to understand who your audience is, and then either create or import, whatever it is, products that will align with their buyer persona and their I guess interest.
Interest, exactly.
All right, number 2 is, if you can, this is really, really important, is build up an audience before launching a product or service. Now, what do I mean by that? Isn't it great to have an audience that you could actually announce a product to before, like, imagine having a product and it's like imagine having an empty stadium, you have a great product and there's no one there to announce it.
Yep.
So there's ways that you could actually build up an audience, and how Fabfitfun did it, as we mentioned earlier, they were an online media company before actually getting into the subscription box. So they built all this content, they built that audience that would be interested in that content, so they knew their demographic, and then they came out with their product. So what you can do, many ways of doing this, is one way is actually thinking like a media company and build up content, promote that content for that audience, so you build that audience. Other ways of going about it, which I've seen Sugar and Kush actually did, I did it with Reborn, is right before, let's say maybe a couple months before, come up with creatives, content, and I'm gonna pick Instagram for instance, right? That your audience will like. It could be short video clips. For instance, with Reborn, what I was doing, which is again the art brand, is I was taking short video clips of entrepreneur statements, like Elon Musk when he talked on, I don't know if it was a TED Talk or something. He did a little speech. I took an excerpt, but it added a headline, and then I started creating content like that. And then I also came up with giveaways such that then I was promoting that giveaway and I was building that audience. So I had an audience right before I launched my product. I believe Sugar and Kush, like I said, you guys did the same thing. You did a giveaway.
Exactly. Build that audience of really who is going to be a customer of your product. That's the key, because then once they see a product launched into something that they're into or the content that you created, it's just a win-win for both them participating with the content and love it, and then the product they're going to love as well. So it's a great way to go about it.
Awesome. So that was number 2.
Number 2.
No, that was
number 2. And we're on number 3. So identify a brand voice and stay consistent with it. This is probably one of the most important topics that we might talk about throughout all the series, but is identifying a brand voice. And the first thing that we want to mention here is that when we say identify a brand voice, this is not something that you need to develop right away. This is something that evolves as your company grows and as your customer base grows. And maybe you might not have to even develop it. A lot of times we talked about White Claw. They let their customer and their brand and basically everyone that talked about them develop their brand voice. So this is something you can hire an influencer, and an influencer could even help you identify.
But sometimes you got to also be careful, like depending on
pick
your
the
brand.
correct influencer.
Yes.
That's the most important thing. Make sure your influencer is a good representation of what your brand is. But the most important thing is don't try to be fake, phony. Just be original and let your brand voice and
develop as
on
you
its
mature.
Own. Exactly.
Yep.
That's definitely key. Definitely key. So that was number 3.
All right, number 4. Test different ad formats with different ad creatives. Fabfitfun, there's a case study actually on Facebook. I could link it in the YouTube description or in the podcast as well. Is they wanted to basically acquire new members at a lower customer acquisition cost, and they also wanted to tell their story in longer types of format. And in order to do that, they actually there's on Facebook in particular. There's these canvas templates, which is basically you could create a landing page, right, that tells a story, like it's something, an appealing image or a video where they click on it, and actually when you click on it, it's like a landing page where you could actually tell a little bit of a blurb of your product and services, and that's what they did. They did 3 different formats. One of them I believe it was a collection ad as well, and a collection ad is basically, you'll see it's a video, and the video is maybe showcasing, opening up the box, and then seeing what's in the box, and underneath it you'll see each item in the what's it called, in the box itself, right? A little quick description. So don't get intimidated with all these ad formats. Facebook is always coming up with new ways of telling your story and showcasing your products or services, right? People always get comfortable with what they're used to, just like a video and like sign up or buy now or shop now, which is easy, it's great, but testing new creatives and new ad formats is key to getting your product and service out there first in a new way. Yeah. So testing new things, don't get intimidated when you see a new ad format come out. Be the first to get on it.
Yeah.
It is scary in the beginning, but learn it quickly and just test it. So that was
additional 4. Platforms too. Don't be afraid to
of
try
course, testing new platforms as well, like TikTok and all that stuff.
Exactly.
Of course.
Let's see, next one. This is number 5. Create additional revenue streams for your business. And this is something that Fabfitfun did phenomenally. Yeah, Fabfitfun did phenomenally. They created, not only were they a subscription box, a quarterly subscription box, but then what they started to do is they started doing subscription models where I think it was a makeup area where you could actually subscribe to getting any type of makeup, whatever your favorite brand is or product was, on a monthly or a quarterly basis as well. And then they jumped into next flash sales. They started doing a lot of flash sales where they basically got a lot of the products from other brands that aligned well with their customer base, and they would put that product on, they would probably choose like 20 or 30 of them and put them on your page so that their customers could then get those products at basically a decreased price compared to wherever else. Or VIP memberships. That's another great thing that I think Sean talks about. Say if a customer paid maybe $10 extra a month, they would have a VIP membership for either more content or lower prices or things like that. But what a lot of these models and ideas do is they help level out and create a revenue stream that will help keep your business afloat and give you even money coming through every month. So that's the key here.
So that's good. Test out different ways you could increase your revenue stream,
Yep.
and that would actually add more value to your brand overall, and obviously increase sales throughout. You got to test different things, but don't. One thing I want to suggest too: don't like when you state that as well. Don't get the wrong idea. Like I've seen websites, not as much as they used to, where they have an audience, but then they start using their website as like ad banners.
Don't
Right? Don't just start. That's a I don't know,
Your
easy way,
customers
but
and your loyal customers will see right through that.
yeah. So find other ways that you could add revenue, like what Fabfitfun did,
Yeah.
flash sales,
Different
and then
channels.
different channels.
Exactly.
Number 6 is add more value to brand or service. What Fabfitfun is doing, they take $200 plus of products and they give it to you for $40 a month. Not a month, I believe a season.
A quarter.
Or every quarter, yeah.
Yep.
So that's $200 worth of products. That's such a huge value to the customer, right? So you're getting so much out of it. So how can you take a strategy like that? Well, one way is, and I'm going to keep bringing this up because you guys are doing it really well with Sugar and Kush, is what these guys are doing with their CBD product is they give out free PDF, right?
Yep.
Of an ebook regarding what's like the topic?
Just the benefits of CBD, or a recipe book as well.
A recipe. The recipe book is great. It's like how they could use their product, right, and make these delicious recipes. It's like a cookbook you're getting for free, which aligns with their brand. So they're getting that value as well. So coming up with PDF ebooks is great. You could also
Email contents like weekly blogs almost. Is
well,
what you
that's
said?
yeah, but that's not it. Another way of like that could be it, or like really improved VIP customer service, or perhaps you could do you were saying before VIP access maybe for a month of exclusive one-on-one with the CEO, depending again the brand or service. It all comes down to that. Pure Vita gives out for when I bought the bracelet to test out the product and so forth, is they actually gave out free stickers. So if you could do that, I've seen alcohol companies where they give you a free corkscrew.
Or
little things like
free koozies.
What's a koozie?
Like the koozies.
Oh yeah. So I don't know who's done that, but I've seen brands do that as well. So try to find ways to add more value into your product, especially when things are getting commoditized. You need to stand out, and you need to give more. And sometimes you have to give more by giving your time and so forth. So webinars, all this stuff is a huge value. So that was number 6, and I think that was it. That was it. Guys, I hope you liked this episode. If you did, give us a 5-star rating on iTunes and Spotify. And also, if you're watching this on YouTube, give us a thumbs up.
Let's go.
Subscribe for more weekly content. We're doing this weekly. We're doing this usually on Monday nights. Today is Tuesday because, a lot of things going on. Scopac had a busy season.
Busy week.
But we're doing this for you guys to understand some of these, these companies, see the similarities behind them, so that you could really start taking these and start implementing your strategy. So that way you can see some results, some sales, and that's the fun part. So anyway. Tweet us if you have anything. We got at Scopac.
At Scopac.
And at Sean _Azari. And we will see you next week. Ciao. Sayonara.
There you go.